Hello and welcome to This Week with Ajaz Haque. It is Sunday today, July the 12th, 2020, and welcome to This Week with Ajaz Haque. And thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. I was away yesterday, so could not record a video, so thank you very much for your patience. Today we will cover five different items. Number one, an advisor to the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chief Minister was caught red-handed and fired. Number two, status of the various dams in Pakistan. Number three, is it Narinder Modi or surrender Modi? Number four, self-sufficiency in ventilators in Pakistan. Number five, COVID update. And number six, finally, the financial update for the week. Starting with, Mr. Ajmal Wazir is accused of asking for a bribe from an advertising agency. Apparently a voice recording turned up, and the Chief Minister of KPK, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, immediately dismissed his advisor. So it's a good precedent that anyone in the government who is involved or allegedly involved in corruption is removed from the government. So this is good news. Now, the status of various dams in Pakistan. In the last 40 years, very little effort has been made to build new dams. And one of India's complaints to Pakistan has always been that you are wasting water and the Indus and the other rivers, they just flow into the sea. You are not doing your water management, and then you are blaming India for building more dams. Now, that may be a different argument, but India definitely had a point. So in the last 40 years, very small minor projects were built or started. But in the 22 months of this current government, two major dams, the Bhasha Dam and Moban Dam, have been started in Pakistan. Bhasha Dam is total cost will be around $11 billion. The first phase that has been awarded is $4.2 billion to a Chinese company. Moban Dam is 2.7 billion initially, and then later on it will probably be around $5 billion. Once the project is completed. It will produce 2,900 megawatt electricity, whereas the dam in Bhasha will produce 4,500 megawatts electricity. So these dams serve dual purpose. A, they produce cheap electricity, about a sixth of the cost of the fuel-based power projects. And also, once the dam is built, there is no fuel cost, there's no running cost involved as such, and there are no import costs. The power policy that was adopted in the early 90s has wrecked the country's economy, has wrecked the foreign exchange situation, as billions of dollars have been paid out to independent power producers, and the import of furnace oil and gas to run those projects is also an additional burden to our exchange reserves. So thank God these two major projects have been started. In addition, another two large hydel projects have been started. Azad Kashmir, the Kohala Power Project, is a $2.4 billion project, will produce 1,100 megawatt electricity. And this is being built by the company that built the Three Gorges Dam in China. They actually call it the Three Gorges Corporation. Then recently, in fact this week, another agreement was signed for Azad Patan hydroelectric project, which is $1.5 billion, and will produce 700 megawatts of electricity. So all in all, four major hydro projects have been launched, and the completion dates are various. However, a good step, and this is something the last 3 or 4 governments, the People's Party, the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, and especially General Pervez Musharraf's 9-year government turned out to be a complete waste for energy sector in Pakistan, and these are the things that he should have done. In further good news, Pakistan is now self-sufficient in ventilators. These are now being produced locally, and the factory producing these will turn out about 200 to 300 per month, and in fact, after the local consumption is met, they will start exporting ventilators to other countries. Already we are self-sufficient in PPEs, and those are being exported to US and other countries, and same in masks, which are also being exported to United States and some other countries. Now, Mr. Narinder Modi, or surrender Modi, as Rahul Gandhi calls him. It begs the question, there were no bullets fired, and yet 20 Indian soldiers lost their lives in the first round, including a Lieutenant Colonel. So the people of India have a right to ask Mr. Modi as to what happened and why did they lose their lives, considering that no bullets were fired. Secondly, China moved in several kilometers inside what India claimed to be its territory in Ladakh and Galwan Valley. And where the hostilities have now stopped, that's several kilometers inside that territory, and Mr. Modi has accepted that new line of actual control. So in fact, it is a surrender. So Mr. Rahul Gandhi is not far wrong about that. Now the COVID update in Pakistan, the good news is the curve is flattening. The number of new cases is declining. There are 249,000 cases altogether reported, and out of those 63%, 157,000 have recovered. And the deaths are 5,197, which is 2%. In the United States, 33.2 billion cases are reported, and out of those, 30% have recovered. But the disturbing thing is that in the last 2 days, 60,000 plus cases have been reported, new cases have been reported each day, which is the highest number. So it seems things are not quite under control. In Pakistan, from July 1 to July 12, the growth in cases has been 18%. Previously, this was in early June, it was 60%, and then in late June, it was 29% in the same period, same number of days, and now it is 18%, so hopefully it will keep declining further. Now the wrap up of the financial markets. S&P 500 closed at 3185, a 1.7% increase. TSX, Toronto Stock Exchange, closed at 15173. It was virtually flat. FTSE was down 1% and closed at 6095. Mumbai Sensex closed at 36594, a gain of 1.6% on the week. Shanghai had a big jump of 7.3% on the week, closing at 3383. And the Pakistan Stock Exchange closed at 36190, a gain of 3.2%. The oil prices that had declined earlier, they have reversed. The West Texas crude is now currently trading at $40.55, and the Brent crude is trading at $43.24. This is all for this week. Thank you very much for joining my YouTube channel. Please, if you have not subscribed so far, I request you to do so by pressing the red button under the video at the bottom right, and also please press the bell icon so you get the latest update. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.